Okie dokie, folks. This is the last section before we get into the last part before we get into the charts here. This is the last part of the risk management portion. And this is the rules and plans. They're pretty similar when it comes to rules and plans. These will always change throughout your journey and trading career, but honestly, they're very similar to nature. Like, pretty much you can just be like, oh, this is my rules, and you can have your whole plan in there, or this is my plan and you can have your rules in there. Okay, so I'm kind of defined a little bit of what I've noticed, the difference between plans, a rule and plans, and then we'll get into kind of an example of what I'm kind of doing with my trading account. Let me go ahead and okay. Let's see. So, rules and plans. All right. This is basically this section is the last part of the risk management portion, and you're gonna notice some similarities in these. But I kind of gave you an idea of what the difference is. Okay. So when it comes to the rules in the plan, these will always change throughout your entire trading journey, well, your trading career. But honestly, they are pretty similar. Okay, so when it comes to your rules and your plans, you can have your plan in your rules, or have your rules in your plan, and that's why people talk about it's pretty similar. You don't really like when people talk about you got a plan to trade. Sometimes people will just have their rules inside that plan, and we'll go over the rules and plan here. Okay, so the rules are in place to prevent you from losing more than what you want, as well as measures you have built over the years to prevent you from blowing accounts and taking losses you shouldn't have took because you were on your phone trading, or only trading at 5 p.m. or something. So the rules are stuff that you build over time. Oh shit. The rules are stuff that you build over time, throughout your trading journey, that you can notice in your journal, that you will put up. You'll put rules up to prevent you from falling back into taking over leveraged trades, or revenge trading, or trading on your phone, and vice versa. Okay. Now, when it comes to the plan is more to the terms of how you will enter the trade, how long you want to trade, your stop loss and wins, how much you'll trade, and so on and so forth. Okay. So they're very similar in what they do, more or less, because it really helps you manage your risk. The plan, though, is kind of how you're going to execute, and the rules is what you're going to use to help you execute that plan. Okay, pretty super simple, self-explained. Okay, so we're going to go over these rules. This is my rules and my plan. As you can see, I kind of keep them together. So my plan and rules of this account build. Okay, all right. So 1 to 5% trades only, 92% payout only, 1 hour long sessions, 10 trades a session, 6% max daily stop loss. Weekly stop loss is 12%. 3 loss stop. This is 3 losses in a row. I'll stop, regardless, whatever they are. If they're 1% trades and I take 3 losses in a row, I'll stop, because at 3 losses, if I take that other trade, that is a key point where I'll fall into this gambling phase. Always when I was flipping accounts, it was always that third loss. If I took that next trade, I would stick into the charts. I'd be stuck, and I'd more than likely blow the account. So it's just something that I've, over the years and throughout looking through my journal, I've noticed and I've fixed. Okay, so no second session if the first session is a losing session, because when I have a bad session the first session, there's no reason to go and try to make it back that same day. The goal is to make it to tomorrow. The goal is to last throughout the entire year, and not just a couple weeks or a couple months. So longevity of the game is what this account is for. And I also did this because I like to flip accounts, and one of my friends suggested it to me, and I was like, yeah. At first, I wasn't gonna do it, and I was like, it makes sense because you can only trade with pocket options. You can only have one account. You can't have multiple accounts at the same time. You can have one account open. So if you got like, you can obviously make new accounts, but you can literally only trade live with one account. So I can't like go put money elsewhere and try to flip it with pocket options. I can only trade this account. So it made so much sense to me. Like I won't like be wanting to go gamble because I can't. I have to use the money that I'm using. Or I can only use this account with pocket options. So it kind of forces me to actually do this versus trying to flip an account and blow the money, right? So 1 minute or longer trades. Obviously, I'm doing that because it higher accuracy, higher hit rate with the longer trades. And if I take a 5 minute trade, it gives me the ability to add on to the position, which I enjoy doing with pocket options. No phone trading, no double tapping. Stop the session with any distractions. So then we'll enter. This is kind of like my plan of entry. We'll enter on the 1 minute or 30-second time frame. We'll trade with higher time frame trend. We'll enter the lower time frame with a level line. That's supposed to say with level line or off level line. Off the level line. My bad. Off the level line with power patterns or pattern completions, which we'll get kind of into the pattern completions. I'll talk a little bit about it later. Trade to the midline and not from the midline. So if I'm trading the position, I want the position to be trading to the midline. I don't want to be trading from the midline because I get caught in this it's the consolidation period of the higher time frame, or formerly known as Wick City, and it really can eat you up if you aren't careful, and that place normally eats me up, so I try to stay away from it. You can't always obviously stay away from it because you don't. Sometimes if you're taking a trade, you don't know if Wick City's forming until after it's already been formed. So you have to take advantage of that, and that's why I have trade to the midline, not from the midline, because from the midline is normally you're in a Wick City or a consolidation and prices bouncing from point to point, but always going back to the midline. So it's just a hassle. It's just a rule. Add 200 every 2 weeks. Withdraw $5,000 when balance is at $10,000. So that's the goal. There is no time limit on when we reach the $10,000. No time limit on how long it takes. But as long as we're adding every week. Now this could change. This could obviously be a smaller depending on what I have that week. But the goal is to budget this 200 every 2 weeks, and it'll build that account up, get the leverage in there, and the leverage will take us to the top. And the leverage is speed. So when we hit this 5,000 mark, this 5,000 mark is going to be a lot quicker reaching the 10,000 mark than it is $1,000 to the $5,000 mark. So, and yeah, with that being said, that wraps up the market or the risk management section of the course. I hope that you were able to take some knowledge from this and actually gain from it. And I hope that this helped you out. And I hope that if you do flip accounts, you be smart about it, take your withdrawals, make your money, and get into building a slow longevity account. Don't always focus on trying to flip accounts. It's not consistent. And like we talked before in the psychology portion, there's times that you'll make profits and you'll just give all the profits back, even if you withdraw it. So you have to be super smart about it and have to have control of a lot of things. So I'm Loughkey, obviously, and I appreciate you. I thank you for watching. I thank you for joining the community and becoming part of the family. And I can't wait to see the success of your trading journey or the success of whatever entrepreneurial endeavor that you decide to take. So, peace.